Hello and welcome to Down by the Gram on Camp with me, the Grandmaster Kush, talking all things Amsterdam, coffee shops and everything from the cannabis community. Joining me as always, I have my co-host, Fada Fairy. You ready for this?
Yes, let's
Nice
go.
day out there, let's do a podcast.
Come on, beautiful sunny days in Amsterdam.
So-
I'm living for this.
Yeah, so today we have Ben from King Palm UK.
Yes.
Welcome along.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so
Thanks for having
much. Before we get started, we've got a word from our sponsor, 21 by 20, life summed up. So you can pick between a snapback or a beanie.
Snapback, please.
Snapback, there you go.
Awesome, thank you very much.
So they're not on general sale, they're just for the smoking elitified society. But if you want your chance to win one, you can like and share this podcast episode to your Facebook or Instagram and comment underneath what 21 multiplied by 20 equals, and we'll get one of the hats sent out to you. So before we get started, Ben, we're going to ask you 4 questions in 20 seconds to see what kind of smoker you are. So weed or hash?
Weed.
Just go a little bit closer.
Yes, right. Weed.
Sativa or indica?
That's a hard one. Sativa generally.
Yeah. Rolled or in bowls?
I vape it generally, but I prefer a joint when I'm.
When you're
chance.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then what was the first coffee shop you ever smoked in?
I think it was probably either Dampering.
Okay,
or
the original Dampering or the old?
the yellow building, like where the Oceans.
Yeah.
Was.
It's the proper one. Yeah.
And Wani Hulp, I think, were the two.
Okay, they're a bit
Nice.
far away from each
Yeah.
other.
Right
I was
down the
gonna
right
say.
elbow.
We
I was just gonna say the one next door to her or something, you know.
No.
That's a first as a
It's right in the middle to get there before anything else. Like it's.
yeah, like banging shop, like one of my
Yeah.
favorite shops. Beautiful menu, really banging menu. But like I think that's the first time we've had Dampering.
Dampering as a first shop,
yeah.
yeah, because it's kind of you have to go past 100 other shops to
Usually
get to
they're
Dampering.
kind of on this little
Yeah.
block of like after you get
It's
out of
Central or the
Yeah.
Joker or something, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even Woody Hope would make sense. Maybe you're staying out there, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Just on the way through, going to a hotel, I imagine, just
yeah,
Yeah.
wanting to get something to smoke, and it. Do you know what I mean, you've seen
Good
it, and
choice.
you know about it, and it's
yeah,
just
that's it. How long ago was that?
4.5, 5 years ago.
Okay, nice.
It's been quite a few times since, to be honest.
Yeah.
Once you come, you
Oh,
get the
that's
goo
it.
for it. You're like, right, and go back.
That's it, you're hooked.
Yeah.
Amsterdam has you.
Yeah. No, big time, especially for like what you're doing as well with
Yeah.
King Palm. It's a
How
good
long have you
place to
been
be
doing
floating.
this?
Since about nearly 2 years now.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just been, it started weirdly. We just found the products in the UK scene. Other sellers were selling them extortionately high.
Yeah,
And there's very few people selling them. And basically, it was just going through a rough time, and I just needed something to concentrate on. And I just bought a load of the stock. And
Yeah.
I built a really good relationship with him. And now we're one of the official distributors and work directly with one of the co-founders, Brandon Pruitt, which is
nice.
great. He helped sponsor this event. Sadly, all the products I was meant to get for today
Yeah.
are being delivered, have just been attempted to be delivered to my house about an hour ago.
It's always the way. It was like Blazy Susan last time.
Honestly.
Everything they send and half to get through. So
I know, it's just a pain. We did try and coordinate it with him, and I do thank him very much for all the help he did. But
yeah,
hopefully in the future, and if you have a giveaway, we always have the stock there, so just let
yeah,
us know. and
nice, man.
We'll just send it over via FedEx or UPS, and it'll be with you in the next couple of days. So
Banging. So
No,
what? Where did King Palm come from? So this isn't your baby. You got involved. You saw the
Yeah.
product and you're like, I like this. I want to
Yeah.
work with it.
it's based in California. I'm not exactly sure. I know Brandon's one of the co-founders. I think it's been around for about 8 years.
Nice.
They just started with a couple of flavors, like the blueberry and banana and just the slims, and now they've got
Yeah.
a massive product line with rappers like The Game.
Okay,
They've
can I
got-
see it?
Yeah, of course. There you go.
So the game is actually like he's.
Yeah, he works with them directly. So
And these are
Sick.
not blunt wraps.
they're like just a palm leaf. They're
Palm
not
leaf?
they're tobacco free.
Okay.
None of their products, apart from their brand new tobacco products, contain any nicotine.
Okay.
They're just 100% organic cordial leaves. The
Nice.
farmers are aware. They're one of the only manufacturers that do that. A lot of companies have copied them since, to be honest.
Yeah, because I have seen different like variations of these type of
Yeah.
wraps. They wouldn't have been. We wouldn't have got them so much back in Ireland. But once they start coming over here,
I've seen a few hemp versions and a few
Yeah.
other kind of
Yeah,
versions.
The only ones I've ever seen over here, though, was last October, and it was the G-Rolls.
G-rolls, yeah,
Yeah.
they're the new ones.
They've only just come into the UK now, and they've been here for like a year and a half.
Okay.
But they make
Right.
some really good products as well, to be honest, and we've got involved with them through a company called VIR,
Okay.
which is like their distributor. And they're one of our most popular products as well online, because it's just the quality of the paper and such
Yeah.
is just
Yeah,
really
and
good.
so this is Palm. They use hemp as theirs in the G-rolls.
G-Rolls is hemp, yeah.
Yeah.
Really
And
good.
What's this squeeze thing on it?
Basically, it's not the roll that's infused; it's the tip inside it.
Okay.
So if you want it natural, you don't have to click it, but it's
Okay,
like
you
a
get
terpene
just-
ball.
Oh, so it's like, can I have a taste?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
of
course.
course.
It's like a flavour, like nearly like
Mint.
cigarette
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not at all. Okay.
So see the little click thing, it shows you on the back, up top, squeeze and pop,
So it is literally like the menthol cigarettes you
Yeah.
can choose. That's a
Yeah.
cool thing.
and then it gives you red velvet.
Red velvet
Yeah, yeah.
cake.
Is this the flavour of the game
The
chose?
game.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
he chose that
literally
flavour.
thinking that. This chap, like, fuck you.
What
Steve,
flavour do you
kill
want?
everyone.
Red velvet, please.
Yeah. With a bit of ice cream on the side.
Oh, can I have a
Oh,
look at the others?
banging.
Yeah, of course. I've chose a selection of basically every flavour they do in the wraps.
Nice. So I don't like when I
Oh, and I like you have the Bovita packs.
Yeah, it keeps them at 72%
Nice.
humidity, so it prevents them from drying out. And if the pack ever does come dry, you can rehydrate the moisture bags by putting them in a container full of water. It absorbs them, and then you
Yeah.
just leave it on the side to dry out, and it'll refill back up. And then you can put it back in, and it'll rehydrate the
It'll
leaves.
bring it to the level of
Yeah, yeah.
humidity. Brilliant.
Because many people
I
just throw
like
them away.
that. Yeah, even that your packages can be like nearly reused.
Yeah.
and none of these aren't pop ones. It's just the red velvet to the pop
No,
one.
no, every single one.
Oh yeah, I
They're
didn't
all,
see the
they're
pop.
all different flavours.
But they all have they're all natural
Yeah.
until you pop it.
Yeah, they're all natural.
Okay,
flavours.
nice.
So if you want the natural flavour, you don't necessarily.
Yeah,
need to
because
buy
like
these.
I've never really smoked with stuff with flavour because I want to taste the weed. You
Yeah,
know what I
of
mean?
course,
So
yeah.
which I like that idea that you can go from regular to, you know what I mean? Like, oh, let me add some flavour.
Yeah, we've got
Stuff.
products like the one where you've got 20 different flavours in a single tube as well. So if you just want to have a little selection and
Wow.
don't want to face yourself too much with one single flavour, you can get one of like every single one they
So
do.
what do you mean? Like, is
Uh,
as you're going down? Oh no, each one is different.
Each one is different.
Okay, I thought you meant the fucking halfway down. I'm like, how do you get that science? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like blueberry.
Jeez.
Ooh, red velvet.
To be fair, there are
Chocolate.
So
other
this is a
companies
variety box. That's sick.
which do have some filter tips with two balls. So you
Yeah.
can click one for one flavour, and then later on you can click another and then infuse them together,
Oh,
which is
nice.
pretty
Wow.
wild, like, to be honest, that one.
That's
pretty,
crazy.
Yeah. And nice even that you can get them kind of a packs. So you can go through them all,
Yeah,
try
see which
them
flavour
all.
you like, then commit to it.
They've got an Irish cream one in there as well somewhere.
Ooh, it
For
was
Paddy's
Paddy's
Day.
Day. Yeah, we had a
It's
lovely
it's
Paddy's
in a
Day.
St. Patrick's Day pack, like.
Oh,
design,
nice.
to be honest. Yeah, it's really good.
That's
Oh,
sick.
banging. Oh, we'll have a
Oh.
go with them ones.
And what other paper companies do you deal with?
Monkey King is a new one we're getting involved with at the moment.
Monkey Kings, I've
It's
never
a
heard them.
Spanish brand.
Okay.
They've got loads of just innovative products. To be honest, they're just different from most of the brands. One of the packages and one of the brands that they make at the moment. Oh, God, sorry. Yeah, that's for you, by the way. One of the packets in there is produced by them. It's the rainbow papers, and each one in
Ooh.
succession is a different colour.
What's in this one?
Yes,
Oh,
right.
this one, this one.
Oh, this one here. That's a 5XL. It's 5XL rolls, which each one of them holds 5 grams, and
Okay,
they're all
yeah.
natural.
5 grams into that.
Yeah, they burn for about an hour and a half.
Oh, nice.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're for people who if you have to have a couple of people on the
Yeah,
session. You don't wanna-
that's for a passing around for a while. Gotta.
when we play poker and stuff, we have some of them.
Yeah.
And it's like last year a good. Yeah, you can't smoke one very quickly. It's
Yeah.
good though.
But it's nice. It's kind of like a big cigar vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I
exactly.
mean? It's
Just
like
passing it around.
yeah. Especially as you're saying it's at an evening if you're having like a game of poker or you're
Yeah,
all meeting up
exactly.
for like a proper night. It's like a next step like for
Yeah.
cannabis.
Yeah.
You're like
And that's for
fancies your
yourself.
night.
There's a selection of
That's-
just all
that's
the
a
natural
gift box for
products.
you as
There
well.
go.
Oh,
That's for yourself.
legend.
It's
These
alright.
papers are very funky as well.
Yeah, Monkey have have a lot of different innovative products, like different papers. Each one's 5 colours in a row. They have the touch and smell packets. So if your hands smell like smoke, you can touch the packets and it rubs into your fingers and try and get rid of the odour.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is this where?
And you also have those papers there where I have a little tray built in.
Yeah.
Oh, I like the design. I do love that. How much more? Because like a couple of the packets, there's some are a bit more like I don't know. The style isn't like nice or artsy
Yeah.
or cannabis
They're
vibes.
just
Whereas
a bit
that's
plain. and it's
yeah,
like-
that's beautiful.
you just put a little more time into the design and
Is this koala puffs as in the girl from America?
yeah, it's a collaboration
Love
with King Kong.
her.
Yeah.
She's amazing energy for the cannabis community.
she does, to
and
be
she
fair.
does a lot of work as well. Doing her glass pieces as well.
Oh,
Some
cool.
of her glass pieces are beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Nice. So these are all different pieces.
Yeah, and there's a little smoke clip where you can put onto a bracelet and attach your joint into the end of it.
Nice.
That's beautiful. Oh, I like that you are branching out with the different things. So you've done a lot of like a mix of collaborations, like from the game to Qualipuffs. Like, that's
Over
a
the
nice
last
mix.
year, they've really been expanding into just finding like more. I'd say that just trying to push the brand out. I think it's just collaborating with people who already use their products. To be honest, it's just it's really good.
It's a slow burning. So
Nice.
Yeah, they burn really slow.
So that you just get a proper hit off it. That's probably better for hash, the slow burning ones, because you want the hash to actually have time to heat up.
You could make a donut with one as well.
Oh,
So I was
yeah.
thinking by putting a tie stick in it halfway, and then pull the tie stick out, put the rosin in or whatever extract you want, and fill the back up, the red up, and you'll have
I'm
a
gonna
donut.
try roll one of this. I'm gonna try one of the small ones for the crack. So what you fill them from the top,
Yeah, you just fill them from the top.
and would you like do you smoke with tobacco in your joints?
Most of the time, yeah. When I smoke pure, it just doesn't give me the same. I don't know what it is. It's the same effect.
Yeah, I don't like
Weird.
smoking pure either. I prefer. I always say it's like smoking or like drinking a thick milkshake when you're trying to get a hit off it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It
But
doesn't
when
pull
a
as
bit
nice.
of tobacco, that's it. It just burns that bit smoother.
I've tried all the little mixes you get everywhere, and I can't.
No.
It just seems to pull through too much for me.
Yeah.
Like the dust comes through and it just ruins it completely, and you just don't enjoy it.
So that's what I was going to ask. Should I put tobacco in with my mix?
It's up to you. There's no.
Even
you
the
want
way
to, you
you
can do.
normally do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Mix
course.
it all together and then stuff it back
Because
in.
I've always I've never really liked blunt wraps because the tobacco leaf was always too powerful. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
even Devon, one of our friends used to come over with backwoods and stuff like that.
Cool. Yeah.
And he'd have all these different flavours, natural, everything. And then he's coming here and he's buying Cali, he's buying the best of stuff.
Then you just ruin it.
And then he's giving it to me, and all I taste is the blunt every time. You know what I mean? I'm like, you spend 30, 40 euro a gram on this stuff, and I can just taste whatever blunt paper
Or
you
you
bought.
could
you know
then
what I
just
mean?
put any flour
Yeah,
in
this
it.
is what I mean. I think blunts are handy if you're not getting good quality weed, but if you want to taste your weed, I always find that
Yeah,
like
of course.
the thinner the paper. So I'm interested to see what these palms are like.
If you find a flavour though that matches with the terpenes,
Yeah.
and it blends with it, then you could actually. I mean, you could. And I don't mean entice the flavour and just make it. I don't know,
Yeah, I never even
I
thought
was
about that.
thinking that with like even hash as well. Like when you said the Irish one, what was it? The
Irish cream flavour?
Yeah. Like that with like a cookies and cream hash.
Yeah.
And like in a strawberry kind of.
Yeah,
Even
like
if it's like a
infused.
strawberry haze or
Yeah.
something. You know what I mean? Not like.
You know, so these don't have the click things.
No,
These
they're
are
just natural,
These are the old
100%.
school natural ones. And like, what is a palm leaf? It's just literally like a leaf off a tree.
Yeah, they're just all made by artisans in Singapore. They have their own like farm for it. It's all done 100% organically.
Nice.
No pesticides or anything like that. So
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the farm trees or the palm trees are farmed, and then it's actually okay.
yeah, it's all done by themselves. I don't think they outsource it. As far as I'm aware, it's their own like facility, and it's all
Nice.
done properly governed.
And have you done any like I know you said you weren't at Cannabis, but have you done any other conventions or anything like that?
No, we
promoting?
were looking at going to the NEC in Birmingham last month, but
Okay.
it's just we haven't had time, to be honest. It's just been trying to push wholesale.
Yeah.
It's just trying to get basically just trying to be the distribution chain. Because everyone I spoke to, it's just there's a need for the stock, and then the stock isn't there. So it's just been trying to fill the gap, and
Yeah.
it's just been taking up most of my time doing
Yeah.
all that, to be honest. And
And-
once that's all settled, it'll be
And are
brilliant.
you supplying to shops or you just online?
Online and wholesale.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't mention the wholesalers because they said don't mention.
Okay. Yeah. I was trying to give you a chance for a plug there, but obviously not. So where can we get it? I can't tell you. Okay. Fuck that. So online anyway. So
Yeah.
what's the website?
Kingpalm.uk.
Green Farm. I'll put that down the bottom of the
Awesome,
page
thank
for
you very
sure.
much.
No, and amazing. And so, like, will King Pam be featured at Cannabis, or have
as
they
far-
any plans for the?
I don't know. I'll speak to Brandon and see what their plans are, and see if next
Yeah.
year we could source a collaboration with them directly and go over there and do it for them, because they have got a Europe store, but it doesn't seem to push out much like that. So
Yeah.
I just have to contact them and see what they say, because I imagine it's publicity, the
Yeah,
want to
for
market
sure.
the product, and it's pushed into the whole of Europe. So
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
good.
think even what you're doing, like, on the groundwork with the wholesale, I think that is important. Like, Cannabis it's a really great time for, like, building connections
Yeah,
and
of
stuff.
course.
But if you're doing it on the regular, on the day to day,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of, it's not just like a one weekend hit off.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
actually building it on, like, getting the product out into people's hands. as
Yeah,
well,
for
which
sure.
is
yeah, that'd be
exactly what you want.
And they're King Palm rolling papers
good. Yeah,
as well.
hemp-based rolling papers as
Is-
well.
Is it look at them?
There you go, of course.
So it's not just the blunt wraps, well, the palm wraps. They do the papers. Are these new on the scene or?
Fairly new. I think they've been out for a couple of months. They do flavoured papers, and I just thought I'd bring some of the natural ones.
Yeah.
Because they're generally the preferred method if you're smoking.
Yeah, they seem nice and thin. I'll definitely roll one of them after as well.
It's your brown papers.
Yeah.
Raws.
Once it's not bleach, I don't mind. And then if it's hemp as well, I'm just says 100% hemp. So
Yeah,
I'll
I'm not
believe
a
it.
bleach roll of paper either.
Yeah, no, do you know what? Oh, before I came over here, I didn't really notice the difference. And then when you don't smoke with bleach for so long and you go back to smoking with bleach, you're like, yeah, no,
you
fuck
notice
this.
the difference.
You really do.
Yeah.
So, no, bleach is the one thing I've definitely
Even when
cut
I've
out.
gone back home, I didn't pack enough papers for going back to home.
Yeah.
No, I'd end up going into the garage and buying boxes of Rizzlers.
Rizzlers
Yeah,
or
can I have a
like
pack of
rolling
silver
a
Rizzlers?
newspaper or something like that.
Literally.
Do they not sell papers, like rolling papers and
Not like they
Not in
would
regular
if you
shops.
went into
Okay.
like town, but yeah,
Yeah.
like out, like even just that bit out of the city centre, you're getting a packet of the silver Rizzlers, and that's it. Like,
They were good back in the day,
Oh,
though.
that-
they were fine. And
Yeah,
honestly,
That's what we were
when I
raised on.
had
Yeah,
to pack
exactly.
it out, they weren't that
No,
bad.
no.
Yeah.
No, they were up in the game.
They brought the microns out after that, which are the ultra thin silvers, which are still good papers to be honest, but
Yeah.
they're bleach, which is the only drawback. I
Yeah.
suppose.
Oh, were Rizzlers bleached?
Imagine.
Anything that's
Oh,
white
bleach.
is
Yeah,
bleach.
anything
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Unless it looks brown, I think it's got bleach on it of some
Yeah.
sort. But somebody was saying to us last week that all papers have some sort of bleach in them. Even the
think
ones that aren't
it's
bleach,
just
or
what
something they
type
put
of-
in, yeah.
Mm.
But I think if they're properly white, they're
Yeah,
they're
glowing.
bleached, you know what I mean? And you
Oh.
could just taste that. I'm using this monkey roll thing as a little kind of catcher.
That's all right. You're using it well, mate.
Yeah. It's like, do you ever roll the secret agents back in the day?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, a
In
few
the
of them back in the
cigarettes?
time.
Yeah. I remember going into pubs and all, and I'd be just smoking like a joint, like a cigarette, and everyone's looking around going, I can smell weed in here. And I'm like, yeah. Smoking your cigarette going, I smell it as well. Just trying to keep it lit.
Right in their face.
I remember doing it in a pub, like, you know what I mean, before the smoking ban came in, because I'm that old. But I remember being in the pub just smoking my cigarette, like, but it was obviously it was hash in it back then, and you could just see everyone in the pub just looking around, going, I can definitely smell something. And you're like, no, I don't know what it is.
It's actually just because it's the cigarette.
Yeah,
like if it's a
that's it.
rolly looking thing, it's
Yeah,
a
then they'd be
joint.
looking at
Yeah.
it. Some cunt over beside me with a roll, he probably got pulled out. Hey, we know it's you, and I'm like, yeah, it's definitely him. Get him out of here. Smell that stuff.
Scumbags.
I can still smell it an hour later.
Because the scene in the UK is grown.
Yeah, it
That's
has to be
grown
fair,
like
a lot.
massively in the last couple of years.
Yeah, they have loads
The
of like
more it gets
the
legal.
little festivals you have in like Birmingham.
Yeah.
Like Birmingham.
What's the one they have in Leeds? I think they moved it to London.
Oh, I'm not in touch. Product Earth, is it?
Product Earth, that's it. Yeah, I heard a lot of
Yeah,
people
that
talking
was
about that.
big.
Yeah, it
that
was.
turned out
Yeah,
big.
yeah, yeah.
And like people from all over, like the States, everything.
Loads of brands
Oh,
were
no,
there to be
yeah.
fair this year, and I think they had it the previous year as well. So
I heard somebody said it was in Leeds for years, then they moved to London, or they're talking about moving to London, and they're afraid it's not going to be the same or something like that. If it's the same festival I'm thinking of. But they said like it used to be just people out in the car park selling weed to each other. It was like a fucking free for all. So
it's,
I
at
don't
least
know.
if it's in like an actual conference centre, it adds. Do you know what I mean? It just adds a context to it. It makes
Yeah.
it more legal and shows that people can work, be in a business sense.
Yeah, it feels a bit more like a legitimate empire.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
that, because we're, as much as we are chill and we don't give a shit, it's still what way society perceives
Yeah,
people
if you
that
look at
consume
Barcelona.
our- Yeah, literally.
You know what I mean?
It was like, I think you're lucky you didn't go Cannabis.
Yeah.
About like, I think, I heard 7 clubs got raided.
Really?
On the first night or something.
And now
What?
I've heard 14.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't make it, isn't it? I don't know what the laws are exactly for that.
It's
It's
not,
completely
it's not
illegal.
fully legal.
Oh,
yeah, it's-
okay.
But to
It's-
like have cannabis on you, all of that is completely illegal.
Yeah.
So it's only just in
In the
that
clubs,
space.
you're
But even
exempt
still, I
and this
don't
and
think
that.
they're
Yeah,
actually
they're still
allowed.
not fully settled to the point where they can get raided and stuff like that.
But
so.
like,
What's-
it's something to
yeah.
do with, I think, the same as here, the mayor. It's like not like actual Spain. It's the mayor of Barcelona. It's some new mayor who's come
Yeah.
in. He's meant to be a bit of like a.
Wants to do a full 180 on the whole shit.
Yeah.
Like, so I think I heard the mayor here is after getting another term. Yeah, no sign of her leaving anytime soon. So the bad times are going to keep coming.
Oh,
She's
God.
the one that wants to shut down Amsterdam. She wants to get
Really?
down to like 60 coffee shops over the next fucking year or so, and fucking she wants to move the red light. And
People
she's
have got
already
jobs.
started. She does. Well, yeah, that they definitely don't care about. They just think that they don't need the weed industry. They think the stoners are bad. They think they blamed stoners and all the drunks to come over. Basically, you know what I mean? All
Yeah.
the drunk tourists on their fucking stag do's and all give us a bad name somehow. They think if they ban weed, them tourists will stop, which is so ridiculous.
No,
like,
no.
funny. But
Or just go to the grey market.
yeah, that's it. You know what I mean?
Which will make it worse.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Because like Amsterdam is a mad spot, but it's very safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can walk through the streets at 3-4 in the morning by yourself. You're grand.
Yeah, like even like for me, I can say that. But if a girl saying that, if you can feel safe, you
Oh,
know what I
100%.
mean? Like
Whereas if I was doing that back in Dublin, I'd be like probably on the phone to
Yeah,
someone. You know what I
just
mean? Like how are you
sending your location to people, like
Even in London and Manchester, they'll probably be doing the same thing, to be honest.
Literally, it's a complete different place here. It's
Everyone's just more adult-like, to be honest. It's the vibe you get when you're here, do you know what I mean? They just
Yeah.
behave and...
like even that the dodgiest people, like the street dealers, they don't really give a shit. You know what I mean?
they don't
like,
want any fuss
No,
because they're putting
no.
a light on them.
that's
Yeah,
it. They
they're
don't
like,
want to be there arguing with some idiot tourist. They want
No,
to
yeah.
sell you drugs real quick, and if not, go get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
To be fair, the amount of them seem to be toned down over the last few years as well. There's less and less, which is good.
yeah. I know that back in the day it was literally just a free. I remember before I came to Amsterdam, so we're talking probably 30 years ago. Supposedly when you got off at Central Station, it was just a wall of people. Like, you want cocaine, you want heroin, you want this, you want that. You know what I mean?
Jesus,
You couldn't even get into the city. You'd have to get through these people. So
Man.
yeah, no, it's definitely cleaned up a hell of a lot. Like these are nice. It's smooth enough. I can really get the flavour of the weed
Yeah,
going
yeah.
through. Like I
and
was
the
expecting.
burn on it is nice.
Yeah.
I like the way, like when you can roll a joint and it burns perfectly down straight.
Yeah, I'd say that
But
could be
that a pre-roll
the way
is
they
doing it is
wrap it
banging.
is probably,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, even or something.
No,
But I was
very
expecting
nice.
to be overpowered by the flavour, but it's not. It's I can really
Also
taste my
nice.
weed coming through. So
Nice.
that's a nice little surprise. So shout out King Palm.
You've been approved. No bang, because we have heard good rep from you, and it's
Yeah.
one of the brands that's like recognised most.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because we have a big English following, so a lot of people,
Oh,
when I said
awesome.
we're coming on, a lot of people had heard about it. So we only
sweet.
talked about it on the live last night. I think one of the lads on the website. But you have a lot of selection on the website. Like,
Yeah,
there's a lot
there's
of
loads.
products there.
They've actually they produced loads of products over the last 3 years. I think there's only 3 or 4 flavours, and each month there's a new product. Like, they've got the tobacco products now,
Yeah.
which are coming out.
So why did they eventually go for tobacco? It's usually the other way around.
I'm not sure. I think it's
You know
just
what I
been collaborations. They've got one
Okay.
with the game and one with Tory Lanes as well now. I think.
And
as
they
well.
want the cigar ones, do they?
Yeah, I think they
Okay.
probably would have been asking for that sort of product. And they
Okay,
thought,
they're so used to their blunts, so like, yeah, where's my fucking
Yeah,
tobacco hit?
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't like smoking with tobacco, let me wrap it in this tobacco leaf. You know what I mean? It's the craziest thing in America. They don't like tobacco, and then they'll wrap it in a full tobacco leaf, which is probably 10 times the amount of tobacco as
Yeah.
their joints. You know what I mean? It's like
Lazy.
them Europeans smoke with tobacco. They make cigar in their mouth, like, it just doesn't make
much
sense.
sense either, to be
Yeah.
honest.
But yeah, no, I never liked blunts, but these are definitely a lot smoother, a lot cleaner than the blunt wrap. And like, once I heard they were palm leaves instead of tobacco, I was like, right,
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
chance it's not going to be as strong, as powerful.
No
you know what I
nicotine
mean?
either.
Yeah.
So it's the main thing. Do you know what I mean? You're just smoking the weed and not getting any adverse effects.
But
And
yeah,
even the option with the cones is nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I've seen I think what also put me off trying some of them is having to try
Filling them?
packet. Yeah. You were
Like a
not
musket.
trying to fill them, trying to roll them. Like I tried to
so
roll.
these ones are more appealing, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so. Just because you can pack it. No, not for hash, but I suppose it depends what way you roll. But
Once you
still.
pre-mix it, you should be fine. You know
just
what I
make
mean?
a little
Like,
blend and just grind it all up together.
yeah, a little bowl, kind of
Yeah.
get it all pre-mixed and then just stuff it down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Sure.
But yeah, the old ones, it wasn't even, there's not even a gum line on the things. It's just the whole thing is sticky, isn't it? With
Yeah,
blunt
yeah.
wraps.
Yeah,
You can just
that's-
lick the whole thing and just try and wrap it around itself.
They do sell blunt glue as well, which is a
Oh,
thing
yeah.
too. If you ever
Just
do
a
have that
little-
problem, you can put a little line in it
No
and
way.
sort it out. They were all flavoured as well, so you can get flavoured ones or non-flavoured.
They're mad for the flavours though, aren't they? It's just, I don't know, every smoker we know here is paper, back rolling to get less paper. Like, I've never, would you deal with the juices?
Yeah, they're okay.
Yeah, no, that's what I was
The
going to
paper's
say.
When
just
I
too
was
thick.
16.
for
It's
me.
yeah, it's
I
just
loved
it's
them
that
though when I was
yeah,
that age.
the gimmick is
I
good. You
love
know what
the
I mean?
flavour
Yeah.
of the strawberry on your lip after. You'd be there licking your lips.
Yeah.
Like,
But again, that's something you get if you have bad weed. I think you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like, you're not buying nice weed and then buying these flavoured things.
16
No, no,
Irish
yeah.
days.
You're just trying to mask it. You're just like
Yeah.
you're trying to convince yourself this is good.
Yeah,
Strawberry
that's
haze.
it. If you do have just shit weed, maybe buy them papers. You know what I mean, and enjoy the strawberry. But I remember even did you ever see the see-through, the plastic fucking papers?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I remember
no.
getting them when I was young, going, "Oh, I can see through my joint." now."
You have to go through the.
You have to
gimmick
try
of the-
every little
yeah.
gimmick to see what's for you
Yeah.
and see which is bullshit, and 90% of them are bullshit. But I don't even know what's in that plastic one. You know what I mean? What
No.
are you smoking
I think it's
there?
Pure
like
plastic.
sugar-based.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably, yeah.
Yes, it could be actually.
But even that can't be good to smoke.
No,
Like, you know what I
no,
mean?
no,
Like,
no.
but I remember just to give you, like, look, you can see my
Yeah,
weed through
because
it.
hot water and sugar makes acid.
Yeah.
So
So
like
that
that
thing just
can't
melt
be.
onto
Yeah,
you, you know what I mean?
just
Start-
fume of acid
your
going
lip
down
just coming
in.
off or something like that.
Yeah, acid fumes don't sound too good to be inhaled.
Yeah.
To be honest.
So that the flavour off them juices, that's what they use to spray the weed in some coffee shops. You know what I
Oh,
mean? So if
yeah.
you ever go in and find a strawberry haze, apple haze, fucking mango haze, they've just got the flavours.
Yeah, people are making YouTubes about that recently, about spraying buds, and it's
Yeah.
just becoming
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like,
I always
And,
say if it smells too much like strawberry or too much like apple, like if it
Yeah.
smells like a strawberry shampoo, it's not weed. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's not the real thing.
Yeah. You have to remember it's a plant.
Yeah.
Like it's organic, it's natural.
They don't give out them kind of fake flavours and smells. Like, you know what I
No.
mean? Like even like lemon haze, it won't smell exactly like lemons or anything like this. And I don't think there's many strains called apple. I think apple fritter, the American strain, is one
Yeah,
of the new
because
ones.
you know what? Like we both, I think, at the same time heard that if it's apple isn't a terpene.
Yeah,
That
Is it
whatever it's
No.
whatever
Wow.
flavor it is, and that it was always rocket. That I think they had the apple.
yeah.
Something apple haze or something, but it's like meant to not be actual.
It's not on the
terpene or-
terpene profile
okay,
or
that's
whatever.
worrying
that-
whenever you get an apple strain.
Because
So
we've
that's it.
all bought
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We've all bought it, and I think like most people have. It's the
That's why I
But
think there's
it's-
one from America called apple fritter. Recently, it's the only actual strain that's called apple anything, and it won't smell like apples either. You know what I mean? Like
because
it's
there's a few of
so
them.
there's no
coming
apple
out
haze or
recently.
apple kush or anything
and
like
apple
that.
and banana. There's a lot
Yeah.
of dabs with that, and I'm like, but where's the apple?
Where you getting
coming
that
back
apple from?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yous
strawberry
all
banana, I
told
can
us.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy some of the shit people do. Like, if you ever smell a weed and it smells exactly like it, just
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
buy it. You know
Dodge
what I
it.
mean? And if they've got 7 different flavours of haze, it's probably the one haze with 7 different sprays
Yeah.
on it. You know what I mean?
Just the same
Which
box
haze
7
did you
times.
want? Apple? Do you want a bit of strawberry with that? Yeah, no worries.
I'll be back.
Yeah, could get a crossover. But yeah, no, it's fucking.
That's why the stuff needs to be coming back out like natural.
Yeah.
Like even with
100%.
what yous are doing.
Yeah,
It's like even with the palm leaf, it's something new, but it's a fresh approach.
yeah, of course.
And even like taken from like I like even just the way that the terpenes are separate.
Yeah. And that's what, now that this tastes alright, I'm willing to actually try one with a flavour and smoke it for a bit and then go, right, at the end, let me get the. Because I don't think I'd start with it because then you're like, fuck, I've ruined
Yeah,
it. you know what I
yeah,
mean?
just in case you
But
do
just at
enjoy
the
it.
end, the joint's starting to go a bit stale. You're like, let me just stick a bit of
Have a bit
flavour
of
into
game.
this. You know what I mean? Add, yeah, put the game on.
I love that he went with red velvet.
Yeah, it's such a random one for a gangster
Yeah.
rapper.
Yeah.
Not sure why.
They're all little softies inside.
Yeah.
How much can you blaze the game?
Yeah.
What is your level of game? We called out Tyson before.
Is
like
it?
to call out
she
people on
challenged
the
Tyson
show.
to an edible off.
Because all of these guys,
Yeah.
they all sit around. They're like, "Oh yeah, I'm big smokers." Well, I'm like, "Are you really?"
Most of them weren't.
Yeah,
You would
so I
outsmoke
like to
most
call-
of these.
I
Back in
do
the day,
think
maybe,
so.
not now.
Yeah, you
He's
know
like
what
40
I
or
mean?
30. Yeah, he's like he's
I'm
jumping
nearly
his
Man,
40.
yeah.
I'm nearly 40. I'm
Get
still
up the
blazing
yard,
every
yeah.
day. So you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Don't
you
let
don't
them,
look it though.
don't
Don't
let
worry
them
about
use
that.
that as
Do
an
you
You
know
don't
excuse.
look
what?
it.
Since
Late
living
20s.
here,
No, fucking,
Late 20s, mate, honestly.
that was a long time
Go
ago.
love it.
Can barely remember me late 20s.
But a lot of the old, like even like we were only saying before, like a lot of the old school OGs, they're pushing on, but they're fucking fresh as
Oh,
fuck.
yeah.
And I honestly think it's just because they've been blazing
Yeah.
their whole
Look
life.
at Willie Nelson, you know what I
You know
mean?
what I
Like, if
mean?
weed's a gateway drug, someone needs to tell him, you know what I mean? 'Cause he's running out of time. But look at Mila, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the episode of Mila, the hash queen. She's
I
just
did watch a
lady.
couple of them. Yeah,
She's
cool.
80 this year,
Yeah.
and the woman's still blazing hash joints every
The
day.
videos
She's-
of Cannabis, she's up dancing around, blazing with
sick.
all. She's
then
a
she's
fucking
going
legend.
hiking the Himalayas with her kids and her grandkids in a few
Yeah.
months, and then she has her own cannabis cup. She's going to travel South America again this year and do 8 cups in 7 countries across
That's-
South America.
That's awesome.
This woman's
wow.
80 years of age, still smoking hash every day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Living the best
no
life there,
excuses.
honestly.
No,
Oh,
keep
man,
blazing,
this
stay
woman's
amazing.
lived everybody's best life.
Yeah.
Like, she's fucking. She's done it all.
That sounds
She's one of the
amazing.
coolest people you'll ever meet, man. She's a legend.
Yeah,
Um,
geez.
Yeah, no, Cannabis keeps you going.
Yeah, that's it. Like all of them, fucking Uncle Stoner, Captain Hilder, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're all in, and Soma, they're all in their fucking
Yeah.
60s, 70s, 80s, and they're blazing every day and no
Yeah.
slowing down. And then
Yeah.
you see people drinking in their 40s, they're like fucking
Yeah,
on
it
death's
starts-
door, you
Probably
know what I mean?
lowering their stress levels. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're not living stressful lives. Going to live a lot longer.
That's
enjoy
it,
it,
you
and
know
just
what I
go
mean?
out and about and
Anytime.
just. do
And
what
it
you wanna
goes to
do.
show that the plant isn't that harmful. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? If
exactly.
it hasn't broken down these people, you know what I mean? It's,
Someone should do a study on it and just show, like, do you know what I mean? Look at people that age or a little bit
yeah.
older and
Well,
see the effects.
like
and
the amount of
positivity.
studies they've done while it's been illegal for its whole life,
Yeah.
they found out so much about weed. So it's interesting to see what they're going to find out now that it's legal.
Yeah, of course.
Everyone could be testing it. Everyone could be finding out new stuff.
Yeah.
So the next 10, 20 years, they're going to find out a lot more about weed. And it already
Agree.
does so
Yeah.
much, you know what I mean? Like it's a one-stop shop for so many answers or to so many problems.
mentally
people off
and
the
physically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what they're big pharma's terrified
Yeah,
of this.
exactly.
You
It's
know what I
horrible.
mean?
If anyone's stopping it at the moment, it's, do you know what I mean? They're terrified, as
Yeah.
you're saying. All the
How can we
ADHD
monopolise
drugs and-
this? How can
Yeah.
we fucking
Yeah.
keep the money coming in?
That's all they're
'Cause,
doing in the UK. Do you know what I mean? All them companies are trying to push.
yeah,
awful
prescribe you
flower
this, and when you're taking that, you need to take these to counteract that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you're taking too many of them, we'll give you these, and it's just
You're
fucking.
just
No money in
Instead,
curing
just
people.
smoke that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
just smoke a joint.
yeah, something they can grow at home, and they're like, fuck,
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah,
I
there's
mean?
no money
And
in
I
it for them,
think
is there? Do you know what I
it
mean?
That's why Spain are fucking taxing them through the police. The police are just raiding people or catching on the street, and that's how they're making their money. Like, fuck it, if we can't make our money the other way, we're just going to fine anyone we catch with it. You know what I mean?
That's
So
ridiculous.
it happened last year. And we haven't heard too many reports. You heard about the raids, but we haven't heard too many reports of people actually getting stopped on the streets. But
Yeah.
last year we heard of a good few people.
Yeah.
So it'd be
Well,
interesting to
I'm
see.
hoping because of Germany. I feel really good hope with them.
But if they're raiding shops,
Yeah.
you know,
No, but I mean not as in like initially.
yeah, okay,
but in the next,
for
like,
this
year
weekend, you
or
mean?
two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because Germany's made such a big switch, they do shit like the right way. They make banging cars
Yeah.
that kind of way.
They
I
make
feel
straight decisions, do you
You
know
They're,
know
what
they're
I
what I
one of the
mean?
best run
Yeah.
countries in Europe, if not the biggest. You know what I mean? Like,
and like
so.
they've been bringing it out medicinally. That already was one of the top standards out of all the
Yeah.
countries and people we've met. Like the Germans speak on their medicinal, like the way you
They're
can
just
get
straight with
it.
it.
It's
Yeah.
No
spot
bullshit.
on.
No, that's it.
Literally,
Everything's
yeah.
done right. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
So I'm
it's-
hoping like it'll give the other countries more confidence.
Yeah, it has to cause waves.
It'll start, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
rippling out.
Yeah, it
I'm
has
hoping in
to.
the next couple of years, imagine
Like for
Europe's
us,
green.
for definite, we're literally on their border.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We
It'll
were
just-
legal, now we're trying to go backwards. They're going forwards. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? What's going to happen? It's going to be very
Literally.
interesting. I can't wait to see the German menus in the shops and all. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
That'd be
Like,
cool, that,
fucking-
to be fair.
yeah.
Yeah.
All weird fucking schnitzel names. Or, you know what I mean? All these man, the U's with the two dots above them and all. Like,
It'd just be an experience in itself trying to decipher the
yeah,
menu.
you know what I mean? Just, these
the
big,
hash coming sausages.
it's a Kush with this name after it, about 54
Yeah.
letters or something like that.
Nice little
Schlacken,
curry
goes.
Schlacken,
Yeah.
Cotton.
It's like a slacking Kush, please. Can I just smell it?
Oh, you'll be there for
Smells like
hours.
schnitzels. No, it's
Uh,
going to be interesting though. It's
I'm
so
excited.
what way if they've legalised it? 3 plants you can grow, 25 grams
Indoors
you can
or
hold.
outdoors.
Yeah, so they've
Oh,
already.
And
really?
with whatever hydroponics, lights, the
What?
lot.
That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
so they've already surpassed Amsterdam. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They
but
already
if
did
you
with their
can
medical.
then- you can get it so if someone's not arsed or they're physically not able to maintain a plant, you can still go and use their medicinal
Oh, that's
options.
awesome.
Yeah.
But then you can also, if you're like, actually, I want to get a certain thing myself, you're
Yeah.
able to grow
And you can
that.
do both. You can have your own grow for when you know what I mean, and then when
Yeah.
when that's growing, you're still buying from the government. You know what I mean? To have all them options is amazing.
There was something, though, was it here? Or was it? I think someone told me of Belgium that you're legally allowed to have one female plant, but then, so you're either able to have one female plant
Yeah.
or 3 grams of dried flower.
Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
Yeah, I
How much do
know.
they think you're getting off these plants?
Yeah.
No,
You
exactly.
could have some absolute monsters. You've been
Like
vegging for like
ounces.
6
Yeah.
months.
Yeah.
You wake
It's
up
like
and
in
there's more than 3
forest.
grams. You know what I
You
mean?
know what I mean? So yeah, no, that was
What?
yeah. I think it's
That's
still
What
the
happens when
case
people,
in-
uneducated people try and make laws on
Exactly,
things
yeah.
you don't know about? Do you know
Just
what I
need
mean?
to sign some potheads and they'll know the true scale of what you
Yeah.
need.
Oh, what you can
Yeah.
get,
Yeah.
literally. Yeah, 'cause-
Imagine that, like, it's one stoner and like, right, 1 plant or 3 grams. The guy in the background going, this guy hasn't got a clue what he's talking about.
Throwing out
He's
the
only a
whole
new
rest
guy
of
in the
the
parliament. He's like, nah, fuck that. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't want to show himself off.
You can get ounces of that.
Yeah, do you know how much comes off a plant? How do you know? It doesn't matter.
Horticulturist.
No, it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
And Luxembourg we're talking about as well. I know they're a tiny country, won't have much ripples,
but
but the
good.
fact that
They have
Imagine
a
going to
good
Luxembourg in the holidays.
perspective.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's just the movement in Europe is what you need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then as more places open up, it'll just push
sure
other
it is.
other countries and the taxation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And
Like, could you imagine Ireland and the UK?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, our
man.
countrysides are beautiful.
there's some
what I
amazing
mean?
places you could have coffee shops in Ireland.
Oh.
Imagine that.
And
There's a
it's
place
just
in
the
Kilkenny.
mindset, I think.
Kilkenny has like on the shopping street behind it is like this old stone street, and I remember walking down it years ago and I was doing deliveries down there and going, a few coffee shops along here would be
Yeah.
beautiful, you know what I mean? Like just down there from the castle and all the little things. You know what I
That'd be
mean?
sick.
Yeah,
It
same in
would.
Dublin. Imagine if you in Temple Bar down these little lanes and all.
It'd be a
fucking amazing.
different, like, even the way you said, like, stress.
Yeah.
That is the biggest killer
Yeah.
above ending, because it causes everything.
Yeah, of
It
course.
causes cancer, causes
Yeah,
the
of
lot, the
course.
heart
Yeah.
problems. I think
It
if
runs
like
your body down, like you know
it
what I mean?
does. I think if like I really think if the Europe alone went green,
Yeah.
it'd be like
Well,
Ireland would be a beautiful.
You're curing
Yeah.
double stress.
There's a
One,
lot-
you don't need to worry when you're smoking, and two, you can go somewhere smoke free. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's
and
the,
meet people and
Yeah.
socialise. That isn't in this whole you get drunk and you forget what you said bollocks.
yeah.
Yeah.
You actually go and have
That's it. There's
amazing
people at home probably think
conversations.
their whole life is just going to be them smoking or going to work, coming home, having their joint, and going back to work, and never been able to expand their friendship.
is,
Or you know what I
though.
mean? And that's what it
For
was for a
back
long
in
time.
Ireland,
course,
it
yeah.
is.
Like if I hadn't
you're-
left, I'd be still just finishing work, going home, having a joint. Maybe one of the lads calls over, and then next day you get up and go to work again. And that was
Yeah.
your social life. You know what I mean?
because
Where
you-
here you just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You leave work. You constantly have weed on you. You don't need to. Shit, I need to go because like even if I wanted to go out after work, I'm like, right, I need to go home to have a joint first. You know what I mean?
and then blow it out.
Now
Yeah.
you're like, I have my weed on me. I've already been smoking.
Yeah.
Or even if you have a job where you haven't been smoking, you can have your weed with you. And as soon as you leave, you walk in somewhere, have your joint.
Have
There's
your-
no,
Yeah,
I need to get home through traffic, more stress,
It's more
then
freedom.
come back out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
It's got your freedom to do what you
yeah,
want to do. and
man.
it's-
Like the
Yeah.
freedom over here, we're only talking about when Spain and stories like that. We
Yeah.
really notice how
Oh,
free we are and how lucky we are here. Because
you feel the like on your chest
Yeah.
when you're like, oh, that intensity, feeling like a fucking criminal.
criminal
Yeah.
again, like
It's-
Like you're literally deemed like an absolute
Yeah.
like the highest of the highest. Oh, it's rotten.
yeah, no, that's literally why I left it because I don't
Yeah.
want to feel like a criminal for doing something so normal, and
Yeah,
something
yeah.
so natural. You know what I mean?
it helps
Like,
you and benefits you.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You should be able to do
A
it.
plant that's been
Yeah.
around long before humans will be here long after humans.
Yeah.
And well, I think only 100 years ago they wrote in to make it illegal. So it's
Yeah.
before the last 100 years there was no fucking
Henry
laws
VIII
on
made
it.
it legal.
Yeah.
Well, illegal not to grow hemp. You had to grow 4 acres of hemp when he was around, otherwise you got arrested.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they were
Had
using it
to.
for sales, canvases,
Bring
all
that shit back in.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, where's your hemp? You don't have any. Arrested.
all paintings are paintings on canvas. Like
I just
canvases
smoked it
made, but,
yesterday. It's like not good enough. You need another
Yeah.
4. And then fucking the Declaration of Independence in America was wrote on hemp paper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think Washington was the hemp farmer, all them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? The fucking.
It's
So it's been
genius.
around, and then they just said. But again, between the paper companies, the textile companies,
Yeah.
the pharmaceutical companies, all these companies are like, we can't make money this way. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? This is too good for the world and too
Well,
bad
they
for us.
could if they just stepped over.
They couldn't make all the money they want.
No,
you know what I
that's
mean?
the thing.
This
It's
is the
greed.
greed in them. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, we can't make like more money than even exists. That's all
Yeah.
they care about. You know what I mean? We
Literally.
need to invent more money just so I can get that too. You know what I mean? Like,
Build
but
it.
yeah, that's it. Stoners don't think like that. Like, oh, it's a
No.
plant. We can just grow it and share it around. It's
Yeah.
like,
You know what I
well,
mean?
then I don't get money. You
No.
know what I mean?
It's like the least of your thoughts, do you know what I mean? You just want to do it for yourself and help
Yeah.
people. It's just ridiculous.
But
That's what I was thinking. Do you find you've reached out, like, or found more of a community since working with King Pam?
Yeah. Yes, yeah. It's just on Instagram and stuff. You notice there's more and more. I say more bigger female audience than there used to be, and it's just
Yeah.
way more people just getting into smoking and being more honest about it and open, rather than just as you say, being treated like a criminal. It's just
yeah.
just more Instagram pages and loads more people just.
Well, that's
being
it.
out
You
and
can
sharing
with
about-
YouTube and Instagram. They're still wankers, but they have got a lot lighter on the whole thing,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Oh,
you
so
can
much.
promote it so much
Yeah.
more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
Um,
the UK field is big. Like before I moved here, I didn't realize there was such a big scene or
Yeah, yeah.
community. I thought it was just the coffee shops.
Yeah.
Whereas all the people I followed were from the UK and a
Okay.
lot of cannabis girls. So
But-
it was a lot more
Probably
that.
because anyone here would have been probably non-English speaker before that, one or two, you know what I mean, where there was so many in England. Anyone who's
Yeah.
a stoner is someone you can follow,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So,
Of that.
but yeah, it's such a big country as well. England is 60 million people, you know what I mean? We've got 5, so even if
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
bit
even
young. But since I've left, I've found Irish girls that whenever I go back, I'm like, right, we're meeting up for a hike and
Yeah.
smoke. You know what I mean?
my
We're going
sister
for
had a
joint.
page. It was I think it started off as a stoner mammies page, and
Yeah.
then they set up another one, and it was just like more of a stoner page. But they've done sessions where they meet up in Stephen's Green and stuff, and having like smoke
Nice.
sessions and
Aw.
stuff. Yeah,
That's cool. Huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
She met a lot of like I think she's a whole group of friends now from other women that are stoners. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think they were
Yeah.
all mothers that just at home having a joint with
That's
when the
cool.
kids are in bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
It's
suddenly
making
you've
a
got all
community.
yeah for sure. You've got all
It's
these
just
other
now you
mothers.
have a space because usually you'd like if you did, especially back home in Ireland, felt like you'd be judged so much.
Yeah.
Whereas now you don't realise you're standing in Super Value and 4 other mas probably there
Yeah.
actually also smoke a little joint
Back
as
in the day,
well.
they used to be giving them all fucking sedatives and fucking
Yeah,
all
not
this
good.
stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And,
but it's not nice.
what was the thing they used to have in America? The Quaaludes. You know what I mean? That's what they
Really?
were called Mammy's Little Helpers,
Wow.
and they were literally like these fucking. I don't know if it was a mix of speed and fucking ecstasy or something like that. But they used this little caffeine tablets that had more than that in it. And they were known as Mammy's Little Helpers. And they
Oh
were
my
like
God.
antidepressant fucking pick-me-up tablets. And
What
women,
the fuck?
women were
That
just
sounds
hooked on them
rough.
and stuff.
That's
Like,
not
Never
good.
heard of
Drugs have
them.
been going, like, if you even watch documentaries on World War II, I don't know which side, half them were on crystal meth and the other half were on heroin.
Oh my god.
So literally they'd give them one.
Say that was mental to be
not-
watching.
you can watch World War II in colour. Every platoon and everybody had a camera with them, so they've got all this footage of the whole war. Like the most amazing thing is how much footage they have. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then they've HD'd it and done it all into colour, so you can watch the whole war as if it's a movie. They'll
Wow.
show you from start to finish. But the fucking half of them were saying one of them were on like a type of crystal meth to keep them wired, and the other were on type of heroin. And then they figured out whichever one was on the heroin used to crash during the day. So they start hitting them at these times, knowing that they'd be so hungover and all. Like this, is what
Strategic that.
they were
Jeez.
literally giving them in their supply packs things of heroin or things of crystal meth or speed or whatever. Because back then it was just these boosts. It was a Red
Yeah.
Bull. You know
It
what I
was
mean?
the
It was just a bit of
norm, like-
adrenaline. You know what I mean? So the World War was fought by all these junkies that were. Do you know what I mean? That's literally it.
That's
And then at home, the mothers were on fucking.
wired
Yeah,
off
you know what I
their
mean?
nut
That's
like.
just wild.
So people have been on
Jesus
drugs. It's not as if they were just legal. So it was never. You know what I mean? So the mothers today having a joint is a lot more normal than these
Yeah,
guns back in the
yeah.
day that
Yeah.
were taking
But
There'll be
it's
fucking.
no
mad
bad
it was
side
so
effects of
taboo
that.
though.
Once the government says you can do it, there's no problem.
And it's on the news.
Yeah.
Ooh, take
Oh
these
yeah.
guys.
No,
It's
an
good
ad.
for the
Do you know what I mean?
fam. Yeah.
Side effects, main cause, fucking
Yeah.
death,
In
strokes,
smallest
everything. You know what I
writing,
mean? Like the American stuff, they literally list side effects as stroke, death,
Jesus.
fucking paralysis, all this stuff, and that's just side effects.
Yeah.
But they
It's
have
not
to list.
side effects.
No,
it's
death is not a side
effects.
effect.
No,
It's
no.
effects.
Yeah, that's not.
That's the last effect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they have to list off everyone, so like you'd be like, oh, this drug, and then it'll be something at the end. It may have side effects, and they're literally just anything,
Speed.
any slight illness or negative effect anyone's reported, they have to say it now in their thing, and just you're
But
like,
take
I do
it
not want to
then.
take that
No.
stuff. You know
No,
what I mean?
no. That
And at
doesn't-
the end, they're like death. You're like, that's not a side effect. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah,
I
don't
don't
experience
want
that too
that.
soon.
Like
do
if
you
you
know what
say you might get a rash or a bit itchy or
Yeah.
something, I can risk that.
After
Side
it's
effects,
nausea or
stroke and
something.
death. You're like, I don't think I'll take that.
Yeah.
you
I
know?
mean? No, I'll smoke a
Said-
joint and I'll
Yeah.
I'll get the munchies and maybe
Yeah,
destroy a
see
packet
how
of
that works
Doritos.
out.
You know what I mean?
If I die stoned, fuck it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like.
I might get diabetes if I eat too much sugar,
Yeah.
but I'll. Do you know what I mean? I can. I'll
That's
be
why I
fine.
always tell people about the edibles in the shops, the fake
Yeah.
edibles over here. I was like, they'll give you diabetes before they get you high. You know what I mean? 'Cause they're
Leave.
like, oh, the cookies and the lollipops, like nothing in them whatsoever.
No, no.
Maybe CBD
Oh.
just sprinkled across it. or
There's
something.
one of them stalls on the Albert Kite Market. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not even a head shop. This chap has come up and set up.
Oh,
and you
God.
know what as well? He has sample trays. So
That's
like
ballsy. That is.
yeah, no, like
Well,
literally-
you're never
but-
you're just gonna go, oh, you haven't taken enough to get high. You
Just
know
eat
what
one
I
and
mean?
sit
Like,
there.
I know, but
if
even
it
just
tastes alright,
like-
you'd be like,
Yeah.
fuck it, at least it's
Yeah,
half the
yeah.
battle. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
just
Like,
go and clear his plate. Fuck you
yeah.
for selling this
but
shit.
like that's one thing, but the cunts in the kebab shops and the fucking
yeah.
ice cream shops and
Yeah.
all, they're up until 3 a.m. will have stacks of these cookies.
Right, and they're just.
So
Oh.
tourists come in, they're like, edibles, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, we
yeah.
get the strong ones, don't get the medium ones. Like, they're all the same, mate. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing in any
It's
of
a
them.
cookie. You're
It's the
getting a box
biggest
of
scam in
cookies.
this city. And, like, there's no way if I worked in a shop I could lie to people. They come up and
No.
go, them lollipops strong or them cookies strong.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
no.
Especially
Yeah.
if you're part of the community. Why would you just want to be
Yeah.
honest and open?
Yeah,
And
no, we're trying to
give
like
people advice on the
literally give that
dosages.
knowledge.
But
yeah.
that's it. If your job is in that shop, you kind of do have to try and sell your products because half them are fake and you have to kind of lie to people. So if I was working there, I'd be like, no, I can't do
No,
this.
no.
You know what I mean?
No, my morals.
Yeah, I remember like you'd be in a shop and you hear somebody saying, like asking, and they're like, they're faking the person that works up, going, hey, don't say that. These are real, not like, whatever, mate. I'm gonna leave, but they're fake. Yeah. Up to you, bro. But just
Follow
telling you.
me.
I remember seeing a couple. I heard they were Irish as well, and there's one of the shops. Do you know where the Bulldog souvenir shop is? Just over from the bridge.
Yeah.
And the other side is one of them shops, and the whole window is just a cookie stack like the
Oh,
tubs,
God.
the whole wall.
In the
So it's
bulldog.
No, the crossing the Bulldog.
Oh.
So that lane, the other lane when you come over the bridge,
Yeah.
the Bulldog souvenir shop's here, the one on that side. In the window, they've just stacked up all these tubs of cookies as a display. And I seen this couple going, like, they were an Irish couple going in, like, oh, edibles. And I walked in and just walked in behind going, just so you know, there's nothing in them before you buy them. Like, oh, thanks for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I
nice,
couldn't let them go in
No,
and just,
especially when you hear it,
yeah,
you're like, no.
one of your own, like,
More just because, like, if you don't want them firstly getting any placebo
Yeah.
effect. If they are going to get stoned, at least you'd want them to have a proper experience of
Yeah.
here's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
cannabis
somebody
cake.
freaked
Could
them
be
out on the
Welcome to
placebo
cannabis,
effect. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, oh,
Yeah.
they're too strong. Like, there's nothing in them. Like,
Yeah.
I'm never doing it again.
Literally, because I remember like ages ago, like before I probably even started coming here, people being like, oh, I was tripping on them space cakes.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I've never, they couldn't be that high
Yeah.
anyway to give you any like that intensity.
That's
of
it. People
psychoactive. Yeah.
get in their own brain, and it's a powerful thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, people have actually got better from placebo. Like,
Yeah.
with like the illness, they'll put them in a treatment, and you've got the real drug,
Yeah.
I've got placebo. But my brain believes that this tablet's working so much, people have cured themselves through
Yeah.
placebo effect.
Especially if it's like depression, you could even it'd be better than the actual tablets.
Yeah,
that give
you're
you
like,
fun,
these
you know
tablets
what
are
I mean?
great. I'm out every
Yeah,
day,
yeah.
and then at the end, like, yeah, we've been just giving you a vitamin. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We've been giving you
literally,
fucking
yeah.
ca-
Here's a bit of
ca-
magnesium.
yeah.
in the
Rather than
day.
getting the risk of stroke or death, you've got
Yeah.
nothing, mate. Here you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of
Which
calcium
is
or
what
something. Your
we all
teeth are a bit
need.
wider, and that's
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, it is crazy because same with some people who get whiteys. You know what I mean? They're not even that bad, but once it gets in their head, they're like, ambulance, I'm dying. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's
it's
just,
not good.
yeah, it's the brain just takes over, and it's a
Yeah.
powerful machine. Like,
Yeah, no, it is.
but I was going to say something else about them edibles. I forget. I
That's
can't
so
remember.
stoned,
Yeah, there's something about fucking.
No, I'll be getting some
tourism.
edibles later, I think, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's a nice
maybe.
day for
I
it.
know, exactly.
Maybe
I
don't
like
go to
buzzing.
coffee shops. I'll put you in touch with other people
Yeah,
because
sweet.
the ones in coffee shops, you're getting half a gram max. You know what I mean? And I don't know your tolerance, but that's not touching the sides. You know what I mean? Like, it's I could eat about 20 of them. But
We have.
yeah, we have
Oh
literally.
man.
He used to come back with like a bag of muffins. No, from the shop
Yeah, when
during
lockdown happened.
because like they'd
Yeah,
either
yeah,
they're
yeah.
just gonna go in the bin.
Yeah, they're like they're
Yes.
going off.
So you
We
come
have like
back with a
40
tin of
muffins
cream.
here, and we've no tourists. So I was like, right, I'll take them home.
That is a winner.
Load
That
a
is.
cup
Yeah.
of tea. Oh, we'd
What?
mail through them, be grand.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, I've stopped buying edibles in coffee shops a long time ago. I stopped
Yeah.
buying
But
edibles in
sometimes
general.
I'm like, I'd love a brownie.
Yeah.
And then I'd go in.
That's it for the
one.
taste, they're
Yeah,
great,
yeah.
but
Like if you're ever, especially if you go back down to Dampering
Yeah.
coffee shop, get a fudge this
oh
brownie.
yeah. They're beautiful.
Oh,
That'd be nice.
like I mean, his
He
fudge
made.
cakes.
Do you like mint arrows? A lot of people
Yeah,
don't, right?
yeah.
So thank God you don't like them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
he
mega.
fudged
I'd
this.
be all
He
over
made
it.
us like a mint fudge
Whoa.
block, and it tastes exactly like a mint
That
arrow.
sounds nice.
But he made it when we had Paul Smith on the podcast,
Yeah.
and then nobody else ate them that day, so I got the 2 mint ones. I sent them, they're beautiful. Yesterday we were out for a session, and he brought me a jar just full of the mix, the mint chocolate
Oh, nice.
mix.
Fudge sauce.
He's like, I only made one batch, nobody really liked it. This is the last of the batch. And just gave me the whole tub, and I was in work last night, just like that with the spoon, just eating the whole
Yeah,
tub
I
of
don't
mint.
blame you.
It
I think
was
I'd do the
fucking
same thing.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Need to. I haven't seen it much in any supermarkets. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
over here they don't have them.
Do they not?
No.
Oh, that is a shame.
Yeah. but she doesn't like it. And then I was saying Jay, yes, I said, do you like mint there? I said, of course I do. I was like, a lot of people don't. Like, do you want some of this? But yeah, no, it was gorgeous. But he said he's probably not going to make it anymore because no one wanted it. So it's a shame.
He's like, if you get the promotion.
So if anybody likes mint arrow, get out the fudge this, and he'll make a new batch of the mint. Yeah, no, they're fucking beautiful.
Yeah, he makes banging cakes.
Some of the edibles over here now, like the shit they're doing, like they've just gone. It's not just a brownie or a cake anymore. You know what I mean? They're getting crazy with
that's
the
good.
stuff. Like,
I mean, like taster menus and stuff would be awesome. Do you know what I mean? A little sit-down dinner you can have.
We done one of them. I don't know if you've seen it. We done a podcast called Alpha Dining Experience,
awesome.
And we had the guy from our first podcast, Marco Alpha Chef, and literally one of the restaurants shut down for the whole night. Let about 30 or 40 of us take over the whole restaurant. We could smoke weed inside, and he made a 6-course, 7-course meal, all infused from starter to finish. Amazing. Everything. Everyone that came along just got the fully infused dinner. It was amazing.
That'd be a restaurant everyone would go to.
Yeah, we're hoping to do it more in the future, but it's just hard to find
venues.
Was a thing
here and you just go in and get like an infused like
sandwich.
You
know what I mean, and you can have it, pick your strength. You know what I mean, like it's like a medium strong. You know what I mean?
You can just use it in like from a pet. Do you know what I mean when you're making the sauces?
But that's it. It's all done, and they make an oil. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you just gotta add so much oil to each one. There you go.
Salad.
But yeah, what did he had? They had fucking. There was. I can't even remember half the courses.
He did like the start at the salads. Was it a couple of different types of beetroot?
There was something I ate at the start that was nice. There was a vegetable thing.
We did like the parcels. He did like different vegetable parcels.
There was something. There was one that was like a
potato gratin.
That was nice as well. I can't remember. I'll have to watch it back. But the first thing we got was like it was this pastry, the sausage roll with veg in it.
Oh yeah.
So
that
like I don't like veg at all. But I took one bite out of this, and the pastry was so nice that you couldn't even taste the vegetables. So it's like I was on doing the podcast. I was like, I'll have one bite just to see if it's nice. Like, that's not bad. I end up eating the whole thing. Yeah,
making me hungry, mate. And I'll talk on all that.
Then I think there was.
They did like shredded beef with like
that was
the
amazing.
Beautiful different sort of
there was one that was like
a
load of different. Was it beetroot salad or a load of different?
Beetroots.
There was loads of different ones. I was like, nope, that's definitely not even trying that one. That goes to the side. Then there was potato gratin. There was some beef. There was crispy.
The broken down tiramisu.
That's my favourite dessert. Tiramisu is elite level.
It was banging. It was a heady night. It's cool. Like it's even. I think over the last couple of years, the cannabis scene has been like coming up big.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's been a lot of
I think ever
change.
since lockdown, it kind of just went on a hold for so long, and
everyone
just
was
came
blazing
out.
at home for too long. We're like, we
coming
need to
up
do
with mad
shit.
ideas. I mean, instead of sitting at home alone, wouldn't it be cool if I was doing this? Like,
everyone had a bit of time to actually think and do something they needed to do with no excuses to not do it, I suppose. So it's just good. It's enable the creativity.
And then you have a lot of time to make up for. You know what I mean? So you're like, right, we got to do loads of stuff. But yeah, no, and Trichomes have done it a few times as well, haven't they? The infused dinners, the hash kitchen. So there's a few people doing it, so it's getting more. It's just not, again, nothing's legal, so it's hard to find the venues.
Yeah, of course.
Stuff like that. So we were very lucky that night to get to do in that restaurant. Like, well, there must have been about 30 or 40 of us, wasn't it? Took over the whole restaurant. Even we didn't have seats. We had to sit at the bar.
Yeah.
It was crates.
Yeah. she was trying to do the podcast and help serve, so it was just madness. Like, I don't know how the podcast turned out, but it was like three and a half hours, and then I shortened it down to like an hour and a half between bits where we're just sitting there chewing our food and stuff like that. Yeah. And then we ran out of memory, so the last 5 minutes is just us on our phones going, right guys, thanks for watching, see you later. Well, that was a great night. Yeah, shout out Alpha Chef for fucking doing the cooking, doing the whole thing by himself, like cooking for everyone, 30 or 40 people. Wouldn't be doing that myself.
No.
Fuck that shit.
That is him. I don't know how you do that. You're
an
absolute machine.
I don't like cooking for myself, you know what I mean? It's just too much effort. It's good cooking for 40 people, 6 courses, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
making a toasty is a bit of fucking effort.
I'd run out of a kitchen, I think. I don't think. I knew a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
I don't think that
the
kind
heat
of level.
alone.
Yeah, the heat would panic me.
As the saying goes, if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen. And I'm like, no problem. I'll stay out here, so.
We are pasty bitches.
Yeah, you can bring me my food out, so.
Yeah, I'll be outside in the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't hack it.
But yeah, no, that like again, as the world gets more and more legal, there's more opportunities for places like that
Yeah,
and
hopefully.
stuff like that to happen. So yeah, no, it will. There will be more. I think they do it a little bit in America, don't they? Infused dinners and stuff like that. And
They have full. Some places there's like restaurants and all.
oh yeah,
Yeah, it's proper. It's getting big, and a lot of chefs, like a lot of chefs that are doing it too. Like you can organize like a private chef.
yeah.
They'll come to your house and
Oh,
set up
that'd
like
be
a
But
dinner.
that'd be an experience.
That's
not
what I
bad,
think a lot of
successful.
people should be doing now. Let's
Yeah,
say you,
yeah,
like
yeah.
you know, one of these chefs that do it. You and 6 of your mates go here. Instead of going out for a meal, let's all chip in fucking 50 quid each. Get a top chef to come over and do the same dinner
Yeah, that'd be
full of weed.
no
you know
mess.
what I mean? Like,
Just
get a
rent
controlled
out an
dose.
and you're
Airbnb,
smoking the
yeah.
whole way through it. You're sitting at home
That'd be
relaxing. You know what I
fucking
mean?
sick.
So, yeah, no, I definitely think that should happen a lot more. I think that would be the gateway for infused dinners. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And a nice experience.
Yeah, it'd be
sometimes-
amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of just having sitting in and doing it at night, you know what I mean? You just hire somebody in to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it. They have half it prepped to come in and do the rest, serve it up to you and all. Like, it'd be nice.
Yeah.
And then you can choose your dosage as well. You know what I mean? Like, don't hold back.
I want to be sinking through the floor, Joe. By the
Yeah.
third course.
Yeah,
That's
just
it.
going for a nap.
Let's sort them out from the boys in this one. You know what I mean? See how many courses people can get through.
Can you make it? You deserve
Yeah.
it. Yeah, no big
We'd be
time.
sitting there after dessert with a joint in our mouth, half the country just dead on the floor. Like, we know, some of the people we know here that make edibles, they'd 50 to 100 milligrams would be their cut off.
Yeah.
For me and her, 1,000 milligrams are minimum. If we're not taking 1,000 milligrams,
1,000.
No,
that,
we've
if we're not taking
heavy.
1,000, there's no point in taking edibles.
I
That's
think,
why,
I think 500 would be all right for myself. 1,000, I don't think. I don't even know.
like,
It'd be,
Yeah.
it'd be
literally, if-
fun.
We've done it a few times.
Oh, 100%.
That's how, because we're like, have some people giving us like duds or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just that, like, it can't. Just more just 'cause so much goes out.
Yeah.
But because we've done it so many times and
Yeah.
hit that level and that high, that we're like, no.
Yeah,
we
no,
can blaze.
definitely.
We can blaze.
Like, I've had people, a lot of people use me as a kind of a trial, you know what I mean? If
Yeah,
it
yeah,
affects
yeah.
me, they know it's going to work. So and they'll come into me in work when I'm running the coffee shop. They're like,
Yeah.
here, that's 600 milligrams. In work, I wouldn't even think about it. I'm running the
Yeah.
coffee shop alone, have to clean up everything. And like an hour later, they're looking at me, I'm like, yeah, it's not bad. You know what I mean? Like, try again.
Good job, mate. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, so that's why I don't even buy edibles anymore, because you nearly, if we need 1,000 milligrams, you're nearly going to be paying fucking, even known people are still going to be paying 50, 60, 70 euro for 1,000 milligram edible, because that's how much weed they put into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd rather spend that on weed than,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
You get more high smoking.
if it's
that
going to
much.
take me fucking 2,000 milligrams just to feel something,
Yeah.
I've spent my week's money of weed on edibles, you know what I mean? So it'd be great to just take a 50 milligram fucking gummy or something and just be. I even got have you ever heard the Death Stars from America?
No,
Joey
no.
Diaz is always talking about them and Joe Rogan and all. These are meant
Oh,
to be,
yeah, dude.
these are meant to be the best ones ever. And I said it to an American guy in my shop one time. He's like, I've got them with me. And he goes, I've got 600 milligram ones. I was expecting one gummy with 600
Yeah.
milligrams. It ended up being 3 stars with 200 milligrams each. Most disgusting, not even edible, most
I
disgusting
wasn't expecting
piece
that.
of food I've ever eaten. Well,
Oh.
it was like, so it was a star about this size
Yeah.
and it tastes like rubber.
Oh.
It was like literally taking a welly and just taking a chunk out of it and trying to swallow that. No flavour,
That sounds
horrible.
horrible.
So I got all 3 of them into me, and I still had some edibles left from the Christmas session, so I took them as well. So I had about 800 or 900 milligrams, or no, 200 or 300 more after the 600 milligrams
Yeah,
Dead
yeah.
Stars. And I wasn't even that high. I was on the live, so we can go back and even watch it if you want. My eyes always give me away first. They're always a bit heavier. But you know what I mean? I'm still
Yeah, yeah,
functioning.
yeah.
I remember even at the Christmas one when that was probably the last time I was really high from Let's Get Baked Bitch.
Oh, yeah,
I had
she
probably
was good.
over 2,000 milligrams. She just kept giving me cakes and gummies and everything. But I remember Dunk was talking to me and he's like, I was sitting there beside the pool table down the back. But he's like, you're stoned on. And he's like, I'm not that bad. And I go, stand up. And I literally, as he said, I stood up right beside him and he got a shock. Kind of like, okay, maybe you're not that bad. I was like, just going to look stoned. I can still function. You know what I mean? Like, I even remember the time I was telling you about somebody brought me an edible in work and I felt like I was so high, but it was like my optimal, the speed I should be going at, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm literally in work and I'm serving customers and I'm like, someone's like asking for weed, someone else asks for coffee and it's like Neo from the Matrix. I'm just like that, just pressing buttons and all. I'm like,
just
I'm
flowing.
so high that I'm working like effortlessly. This is the level of high I need to be at all the time to be my optimal
Because I
level
think
of.
we think too much.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You're like trying
Just get that
you're
dosage
hearing
down.
everything else around you. Now I'm so stoned. I'm just like someone's like, can I have a cola? Yeah. Can I have 2 grams? Yeah. Can I have a cake? Yeah. And I'm hearing someone over there. Can I have that tea? Or I've spilled something. Give us a cloth. You're like, just doing all this stuff.
You're on
Just
a
so
flow.
high.
No, big time.
Yeah.
It does when the THC hits. Even when I find if I've had a dab, and someone gives me a dab, I'm like, I have that like kind of like a couple of minutes after. I'm just like, oh.
I've never had a dab to
The
be fair in my life.
brains.
Oh, never
Oh,
had
really?
a dab.
Never had a dab, no.
Jesus. How long are you here for? I'm sure we can find
Oh,
someone to give us
God.
a
Yeah.
dab.
Oh no, I'd have one to be fair, yeah, but
Yeah,
just,
no,
I just
100%. You're in safe hands. You're allowed to have
I
whites
don't
here.
do it that often. My lungs don't let me do it. Like
Yeah.
I want to hit it, and then sometimes I'll take the first hit a little soft, and I'm like, oh, I'm not too bad. Then I'm like, and I'm fucking. Once I start choking, I'm nearly choking till I puke. So
I've had like
I
a
just-
volcano and I've
Yeah.
got a handheld vape, so it's pretty similar. They're pretty hot temperatures.
no,
Are they
it's
not?
no.
And I mean temperature-wise, not the strength, just like the effect on your throat when you're inhaling it. Sort of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, it can be
I think
soft.
that'd be a bit harder than the volcano.
Depends what heat it's at.
Yeah.
Craig's been you put it up at like 8 and you're like,
Well,
burn the lungs
The
off.
dabs will definitely hit you harder.
Yeah.
You'll definitely.
I'm
You'll
game for
sweat
that.
that
Like,
bit
I'm-
more. You'll get that bit warmer. You like take off your jacket before you have
Yeah.
it. You'll get that like.
As I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
I can't do dabs. I'll choke to bits, but
Yeah.
I'll clear a balloon of a volcano by
Yeah.
myself. So
But I
that's,
think it's.
that's the
Do
level
you know
of
what I
difference.
think it is? I think it's the glass piece. Because the ones we've had at the Fairy House,
Yeah.
them 420 ones, I think the actual way that is made, even that you don't have to tilt the glass.
Are we
you're
talking
not-
about the Vapianas?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's like the Vapana is
Vapana, I always get it wrong.
the actual heating mechanism.
Okay.
Whereas the glass
The
piece
rig.
is separate.
Okay.
That was like you can put that on any glass piece.
Could that work for dabs?
Yeah, you'll still have to put a base of flour down, and then you can put a bit of dabs on top.
Okay, so it's a bong, it's not a rig.
So basically you can use it on like the Vapana is like it's like a metal bar with like a circle chamber
Yeah, yeah.
that goes over the bowl.
Oh, with the
Yeah.
glass, like
Yeah.
they look like a little vase sort of thing. Or
Yeah, so
Oh,
you'll
cool.
put that onto your bong piece. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something that would look
Yeah.
like it. So
No,
let's
no,
say you've
like
got
onto the bowl.
like a little cone, like a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
triangle, and you fill that full of weed and you put that into the bowl of your
Oh,
rig.
cool.
Then you have this kind of arm that's kind of onto this circle. This is the heating element.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you just sit that over the bowl,
kind of like a hookah design sort of thing, like electronic hookah.
Yeah.
kind of like
Yeah.
electronic
Yeah,
hookah,
I get what
yeah.
you mean, yeah, cool.
And you can even put dabs in on top of your flower, but
sweet.
once you sit this kind of little circle thing on top,
An
it kind of
induction heat
clicks on.
ring, is it?
Yeah.
And then the electric heat rig is
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah, yeah.
and then but it's the smoothest.
Oh.
I can't do bongs, dabs,
But
pipes.
that's why I think if you hit that brown bong, I think the long chamber will.
That's why I
hit
didn't hit
you,
the bong. I
whereas,
hit the
like,
smaller
that's
ones.
why I think
yeah.
the glass.
So you think it's
piece
the glass
matters.
more than
Yeah.
the Vapiana?
Yeah,
So-
big time.
Okay.
'Cause
So
the-
do you
the
think if I hit a
Vapiana
normal
is banging.
bong out of that, I still think the combustion might fuck me.
Well, try it off the brown one.
Try the Vapiana and see if that fucks me.
Yeah, because we have that piece on the brown bong, and it's just like a normal long chamber bong. So I think that draw.
I
is a
seen it
lot
there last time,
different.
and I was like,
Whereas
this one I
that
can just
small
keep hitting and
pieces-
hitting
Oh,
and
yeah.
hitting.
sweet.
It's not like clear out in one go. It's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like you can puff on it like a pipe. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
nice.
It's just
Longer
so
session.
smooth. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like that, as I said, most times I die off bongs and dabs, and
'Cause it's
this
that
thing
one.
it's just
oof,
smooth. Yeah. And
You
even last time
control
they
your
put
blood.
dabs on it, and it still wasn't.
Oh, mega.
So I know I can smoke the dabs. I just need the right,
Mm.
you know what I mean, chamber to hit it. Do you want a drink, Ratton? Coke, Sprite, Fanta, water,
Coke, please. That's all right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Coke. Have enough.
Fanta.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or cola. No, cola. Yeah. Indecisive. I removed one of my glasses.
But yeah, no, we definitely.
Thank you very much.
I definitely like that more than any other rig. Shut over there.
Thank you. Thank you.
That Vapiana, or what's it? I always say
Vapiana.
Vapana.
Yeah. Who did we have on Hayes face? And for like a good 2 minutes, we were like, Vapiana, Vapana, Vapanana, Vapacanana, Vapapapa.
So that rig is separate. That's not from.
No, it's a different glass piece, but I think the actual way it's made, it's just like a straight piece, but like the arm comes off it, so you can keep
Oh,
the bong straight.
Yeah, yeah.
Because sometimes like there's one one of our mates has a rig, but it's like a straight down piece, and I'm like, every time I hit it, I like start drooling into the pond. It's because you're down so much, and then your lungs are closed over.
Yeah, it's not
So
a
I think
comfortable
when-
position, is it?
Yeah,
really? Do you know what I mean?
whereas that one you can literally
Yeah,
stand
you
up
just
and hit it.
literally like that, yeah.
So I
You just
think
get a
you
whip.
can.
Do you like a whip, like a glass attachment where it's like a little rubber tube, so you can just hit it.
Oh,
in
like a
there?
little straw
Oh,
in
that'd
it.
be
Yeah, yeah.
good, because then you can just.
Yeah, just sitting there like
Take
that,
it
little
in.
hookah style, like
Yeah.
Yeah, just chill it. Just
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with that Fabiani, you could hit that for ages. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's a banging piece.
Yeah, let's look into that.
Is it?
I wonder. So I'm just thinking if I got one of them, you drilling over there again.
I just threw it on me. I can't even lie. I had the Blazy Susan bag like 2 days. And I was drinking coffee and I did the same thing. I don't know what it is. I just necked it and just coffee the whole way down.
I think I've
All
done
over the
that
bag.
in
Lazy
the last
bag,
couple of
yeah.
I
days.
think they say they're waterproof enough, aren't
Oh,
they?
they're solid. It's more just like I've
Oh, that's a sick
christened.
bag.
Yeah, they're
They are
sick.
banging,
Yeah, it's
but it
really
just has a
nice.
nice coffee
So
stain
she
on
done
it.
an event.
Christened it.
She does in the Fairy House, but Blazy Susan's got involved the other week and
Oh,
brought
amazing.
gifts for
Oh,
everybody.
they like spoiled
Is it
us
National
big
Women's
time.
Day or something?
Yeah,
That's
we had
they
on
did
that's
on-
amazing.
Oh, literally,
Yeah.
they had bags for everyone.
Oh,
Show the lock and all
Can't
the
even-
bag.
Yeah, this one is slick. So it's like a cross bag,
Yeah.
but then it also has a zip.
What?
So you can make it into a backpack.
What?
And it's so sleek and
That's-
straight.
Yeah.
And even, I can't
That's
even
sick.
lie, the backpack, I'll have my camera Everton in it and it's like down
Everything's
your
in-
back.
Yeah.
It's so neat. They're banging
And
bags.
show the lock and the smell proof on the inside.
Yeah, it's a whole smell proof mechanism.
Oh,
Actually.
everything is foil inside, so it's
That one's like, it'll be in underneath it, but it has like a lock and all.
the lock has a
so
code
once
on it.
something's locked, they're
That's
not,
amazing.
no one's actually legally able to
Yeah,
open
and how many pockets are in it? 4 or 5? There's one at the
Yeah.
back as well.
it. Back one. There's loads. It's
So it's a
banging.
proper stoner bag.
Yeah,
you know what I
no,
mean? Like
yeah.
load of pockets, smell proof, lock on it.
Yeah.
That's sick.
You need
Yeah,
a
no,
warrant to
they're
get
They've
in
done
here.
well with them bags. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, well designed.
Oh, but they came with so much stuff,
Like,
didn't they? Like, and that's
madness.
as I said, like your delivery didn't get through. He had half it didn't come through,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Yeah,
Not?
no, literally.
There
He
was-
came with a suitcase of stuff, whereas like he had sent boxes, but all got sent back customs
Really?
wise. Yeah, so we got
I
screwed
actually
as
just
well. But yeah,
fit what I could get in my bag.
yeah, no, but still, but you come with banging stuff, and same with Blazy. They fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
they came
oh,
big,
stuff. There was
like
bags. The house was pink. It was just, everything was pink in the
Yeah.
house for a few days.
yeah, no,
But from rolling papers, he was meant to send over trays for everyone, the spinny trays they
Yeah.
have and all, but
Yeah.
they never came through in the end. The shame.
Yeah, no, we've
That's
more
amazing.
madness coming.
Yeah,
with
oh,
Blazy.
that's. Yeah, he said he's going to be back a few times, so
Yeah.
yeah, he's a legend, Trey. They're all at Cannabis now as well at the moment, so
Yeah, it's been going
Yeah.
big. It's
Very
been busy.
like,
just-
this is now for a few weeks, but at the moment we're just after Cannabis.
yeah,
in
it's the
real life.
Monday after.
Yeah,
Yeah. But it still goes on for a couple of weeks
Oh,
now. I think with all the
yeah, I'd
because,
say
like,
there's
you have the Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the convention,
Yeah.
but 2 weeks
Yeah,
either side
like,
is
Oh,
like
the
amazing.
mad
Dabadoo was
events.
last week. There's
Yeah.
probably stuff on
Oh.
this week, so yeah, it used to be just a two. I done a quiz last night, so I looked up for one of the questions when the first Cannabis was. It was 2002.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, so
wow.
what's 22 years
That's a
ago?
long time ago. That.
Sick.
Yeah, I'd say it was a lot different back then. I'd say it was
Mad. Oh, interesting.
a
though,
couple
to
of
go-
guys with a stall going
Yeah.
weed, and people are like, "What? You can't say that."
Yeah, pure hippie vibes.
Compared to what it is now, like
Yeah.
it's fucking. Supposedly it's chocker in that place.
Yeah,
you know what I
the
mean?
videos
Just
look
shoulder to
amazing
shoulder.
of how many people were there and all
Yeah.
the brands and
Like I don't know if it's because we're doing the podcast, we know more people this year, but it seems like a much bigger deal. Cannabis this year, like every person
Yeah.
I know was at it.
Hmm.
We done a little session yesterday with the few people that weren't there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was like 10 of us, 12 of us.
Yeah, and
Little
for Sunday
FOMO,
roast.
fuck you, Cannabis session.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was nice. Well, literally it was just before work, so I got to go there for 2 hours, and then had to go to work straight after. So that was my Cannabis,
Yeah.
my little holiday.
Little Szechuan.
But yeah, we're down in Batavia. Went down for food. Did you ever go Batavia?
no.
It's like a proper little pub feel. They do. You can buy like alcohol. There's a normal pub. Then out the back is a smoking room.
Oh,
Smoke weed there. They do food. Like Sunday they do Sunday roast.
oh, that's
Wednesday they
And,
do
like,
battered
homemade
sausage and
pie.
chips and fish and chips and all. Like
Oh,
yeah,
that sounds of that.
yeah. It's a great little spot.
Yeah.
It's a real like local spot.
Yeah.
that
It's
sounds
right
amazing.
up by Central Station, like right around the corner from Coffee Shop Central. Or
Yeah.
is that the next corner?
Central. No, it's on
Oh,
the
it is that
yeah,
one,
yeah.
yeah.
It's literally
Oh, amazing.
Batavia's here. Central's there. So
Yeah.
it used to have a smoking room downstairs called the Back Cave because Batavia.
Yeah.
And then they renovated and they don't let you smoke down there anymore, which is a shame because it was
Yeah.
the coolest place ever to smoke.
Mm.
Well,
But the upstairs one isn't bad as well.
that's still good though. At least it's like, do Do you know what I mean? Decent food.
Yeah, no, like if you
Yeah.
want to go and have a joint and have decent food,
Yeah.
you
And
a
always have
Sunday
football
roast.
on, and it
Sunday
feels like
roast would be.
You know what I
it
mean?
literally
Yeah.
feels like when you're going to the pub back in the
Yeah,
day. For the,
yeah.
you know what I mean? You can
But
just
with
sit
a
there.
joint
No
in your
secret
hand.
agents
Yeah,
get back over there.
that's it.
Smoke one just for
Yeah,
the
just
effect.
blazing away. Not even drinking anymore, just smoking.
Yeah, literally, it's just all colas and coffees on
Yeah,
our table. It's lovely.
That's
like,
it. None
yeah.
of us really drink, so it's all
No,
just
no,
go there just
decent.
to smoke and eat.
Mm,
Chill
Yeah.
vibes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's kind of just like what all of us want, is to be able to consume while living fully.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
having to like finish your joint.
There's only really
Put it out
Batavia
and
and
go in.
Belushi's we can go and smoke while we're eating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
when people ask me where's
oh no,
nice,
Miss B. Miss
they-
B,
yeah,
yes.
well, that's only new on our radar. But
Yeah.
do they do proper food or just?
Full dinners.
Okay.
Oh,
full-
amazing.
I think she does breakfast
Really?
all day. Banging
I
spot.
remember back in
on
the day it was a
Harrimer Street.
breakfast kind of shop. So
Yeah, she does breakfast all day, sandwiches, full meal, banging iced coffee. You can't lie. Like if a few, I love iced coffee. no, but there's a couple of spots I'm like, yeah, her one savage.
Yeah.
Like it's a good strong one.
so that's on Harlem Street, Miss
Yeah,
B.
Miss B, banging, beautiful bar. No, yeah.
I'd never think of going there for dinner, but yeah, we must check it out sometime.
Yeah, no, that's what I was even saying, especially after our Sunday session. We should do that as the next place.
Oh
We'll
yeah.
all go up there for a day.
Yeah, nice.
And
Yeah,
go
it's a cool
session.
spot. Like it's changed so much in a few years. It's
Yeah.
fucking.
She's
They,
doing
they
amazing.
just put
work.
all this madness on the roof. It's
Yeah.
like flowers
Oh,
and
sick.
I don't know,
Like
just
like butterflies.
yeah, it's just like
beautiful.
this
It's
Yeah.
real mystical
woman's
place.
wonderland kind of thing.
It
you know,
is
yeah.
womanly, but like when you go in, there's like it's 50-50 girls, guys.
Yeah.
Because like the vibe in the spot is really funky.
People just
the
want
bar
somewhere where there's no
staff is
drunks
good.
and you
yeah.
can just chill
Uh,
and smoke.
and
on
in
some
the
decent
summer-
And on a
food.
beautiful street.
The summer they can slide the doors right back, so it
Oh,
feels like the
that's
whole
sick.
shop is open. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So
So
you
yeah,
want, there's so many dark coffee shops. That's the one
yeah,
thing. You
no,
want
for
somewhere
sure.
light and open.
Yeah,
that you
You
see
don't want to be
it.
set in like a dungeon. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like
down
you
in a
come
back
out, you didn't
room.
realize it's still
Yeah.
daytime. You're like, what the fuck
Yeah,
is
your
happening
eyes
here?
are just.
loads of
There's-
people just
there's
going
no-
white down there because
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
nothing
like,
weirder than coming
Yeah.
out of a session in the sunlight. It's like when you come
Yeah.
out of the cinema during the day and you're like, why is it not dark right now? You know what I mean? Your brain just can't. Yeah,
comprehend.
it's you're so used to coming out to them things like the end of a pub or you know what I mean? It's like it's
Yeah.
dark and you walk out and
Street
sun. There's
lights,
people out with their
yeah.
kids. You're like, what's happening right now? I'm
Feel
too
like a-
fucked up for this
Yeah.
normal
lost like
life.
4 hours. You didn't even know.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens a lot when you first come to Amsterdam. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? You go
yeah.
into a coffee shop, you go on a 7 o'clock flight or something.
Yeah, in the
You've been,
morning.
you've been smoking since
Come
like,
out at 12 in
12,
the day and you're
yeah.
like, what the fuck?
like, what, is it not night time yet? Like
I'm pretty
fucking
sure that's about
lunchtime.
12 hours ago, to be honest, mate.
Yeah, literally. Where was
Yeah.
your first stop when you came over?
Amsterdam coffee shop opposite Popeyes.
Oh,
is it?
okay, yeah, that's right beside Miss B's.
literally.
Is
See,
it?
Yeah, the next corner down.
Oh,
so you
sweet.
probably walked by it.
So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's say you've got Popeyes here, Amsterdam coffee shop. If you went towards Central, the next corner where the crossroads is, that's Miss B's there.
Oh, sweet.
So that's
Yeah,
that
it's
little
banging
smoke
little
bar.
Sweet, I have to go there then.
Yeah.
Yeah, breakfast. and
Most
then
people
banging
that went
spot.
to the session were like, I never even knew this place
No.
existed.
Yeah.
I've walked by it a million
I've-
times.
I've
And
stayed in a
it's
hotel
banging.
like 3 or
Yeah,
4 times
one,
behind
even one of the
there.
girls stayed on the same road. She's like,
What?
I've walked by this place
Yeah.
so many times,
Yeah.
didn't know.
You need
So
to get a signage outside
Yeah.
or more social
Yeah, no,
media
that's why
traffic.
I
or
do
something.
want to give
It's-
them
it's
promotion
also
because
with
beautiful
the-
spot.
smoke bars, none of them are fully legit anymore, aren't they? Not like you
Yeah, 'cause
can't,
you can't really
kind of
say it.
nowhere can kind of smoke inside apart
Yeah.
from coffee shops. So these places can't publicly advertise
Ah,
that.
that's
You know
a
what I mean?
shame.
So they're kind of hoping word of mouth and this and
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So same with the Palace.
Yeah.
That's just around the corner as well on Spow. That's 2 pool tables.
What, the
You could-
Bulldog?
No, the Palace. It used to be the old Doors bar.
Oh, no,
So do you know where the plug is on Newside Coke?
Ish. I know
Do
where
you know where
Bulldog is, yeah.
Resin? Coffee shop Resin?
No, I don't. Sorry.
Shit. Anyway, it's just like if you come up from Central Station, it's kind of like just over to your right, one of them streets, heading up
Okay.
towards the back of Dam Square. And there's the Palace. It has 2 floors there, 2 pool tables
Oh,
upstairs.
sick.
You could smoke there years ago, then you couldn't smoke there, and now you can smoke there again. So it's, yeah.
Different mayors or something
Yeah,
just coming
well,
in and just mixing
I
it
think
up.
some places are like, fuck it, we'll risk the fine, we need the business kind of
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Because,
You get
no
way
one-
more traffic in there. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
but they're kind of off the beaten track, so they kind of need word of mouth to
Yeah.
people to say,
And I think chiller people as well.
Yeah.
They don't want it to be a mad session.
yeah,
They
because you
want
get
it
the
just
locals
be-
coming in, maybe the street dealers and all, just sitting there buying one drink and using it as their fucking
Yeah, you
shop,
don't know.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
No,
going
no.
into
they're not
there.
the clientele you want, because they'll
No.
put off the other clientele as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, it's not
They're
good.
taking over all the good seats and they'll sit
Yeah.
there spending nothing, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
Just encourages more people to go in there and just have a chill time.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, 100%. There's not that
Yeah.
many like smoke bars in the
No.
city anymore. Like, there's another new one on
Yeah, that's a beautiful spot.
Varmastrat. It's called Marley's.
Okay.
So it's near where the old Hunters was. It's on the same side of the street as Hill Street Blues. If you go down the back, the windows look out on the canal, and then there's like
nice.
these swing seats, like these big egg kind of wicker egg pods,
What?
and you can sit there just looking out the window and just stop. And then that's only open like 2 weeks ago, but it's a lovely
That
little spot.
sounds nice.
So. And then Hill Street Blues as well is a great spot as well, but few and far between. Just nice smoke bars, like hey,
we need more.
running away with your bottle of
It
water.
changes the whole market as well. Do you mean when you get an audience going there, they just want to have a nice time,
Yeah.
sit in a nice bright place, good food, good vibes. And just it should show how it's encouraging people to just be better and helping their life. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them. It's weird how they would discourage that sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking.
And
Like
the
the
taxation.
mayor, the mayor really thinks that weed is as bad as alcohol. I think you know what I mean. She thinks that we're the ones that are wrecking the place and coming over here and fighting and all. You know what I mean? So. And she's gonna get a shock when she gets rid of the weed, and still the drunks are still fucking up the place. You know what I mean?
Make them look
and it's probably too late to go back then. You know what I mean? So
hopefully there's still time.
yeah, especially as we said with Germany legalizing it and causing ripples, they'll have to they'll have to do something. You know what I mean? Because people will start going over the border to Germany, bringing weed back here. It's going to be a full reverse. You know what I mean? So
why would they give the legal stuff you can get by? You said you can get some outside the city.
So there's a new experiment. We had a guy on, episode 17 or 18. I think it was 17, and so basically, the government are doing a 4-year experiment with legal grows. There's 10 cities involved. So at the moment, they've chosen 10 growers that applied to set up a facility and start growing. At the moment, I think 3 of them are actually supplying. The rest are still in the growing part. But over the next 4 years, these shops in these cities will eventually can only have legal weed. There'll be a point where they can have the black market and the legal. Eventually, they'll have to get to a point where it's just legal, and then it's like a 4-year experiment to see, can they supply enough shops? Will the shops want this? Will the people want this? Just to see overall, can it work? So they've started doing this legal grow, and it's in a few, Tilburg, Breda, Maastricht, a few of them like outside cities. They're saying eventually it's going to be in Amsterdam East. I think that's going to be a long way away. But so once the 10 suppliers start supplying these legal shops, they cannot stop, because then they'll have to go back to the black market. So within the 4 years, they have to keep them supplied with weed, hash, edibles, everything.
Kind of, they just can't stop. Do you know
So
what I mean?
this is it. They have to. This is the experiment. Can they set up a legal thing that can supply? Because that's only 10 cities. In Netherlands, there's 568 coffee shops. So to get to the point where to supply all them with constant weed all year round, there's going to be a lot of legal growers.
And with the quality.
With the quality, because if it's not quality, the black market will take over again. So it's going to be interesting. And with Germany doing the same, a more legal way, they're going to give them a kick up the arse, I think. So it's going to be interesting. But she's worried about the Moroccan hash the most, because
not just like specifically that. I'm more thinking of like the independent people.
Of course,
people that have kept us blazing all this time. It's like saying, thanks for keeping us high, but fuck you. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm hoping it's because like the people that have got the license so far were illegal growers, obviously. And like Captain Hooters knows half of them and says these are top people, good growers, good, like everything. They're not government people or whatever, you know what I mean? They're normal people. So there is the right people doing it now. So I think hopefully it will give the growers that are legal, the edible makers that are legal, a chance to legitimize and become a company one day and go above board and by the book, you know what I mean? And hopefully that's what I'm hoping, you know what I mean? I know there's obviously the other side of it that they could fuck up everybody, but again, we're illegal now, so they can fuck up anybody any day. So you know what I mean? It's better to be going towards something, and some people don't make it, than stay the way we are, and everyone could lose eventually. You know what I mean? So like every illegal grower now could be locked up tomorrow.
Other options.
No, but that's the way it's an experiment. You know what I mean? It's to see. So we'll see. It's literally at the starting phase. There's only 3 of the growers up and running now. So it's a long way away from even seeing results or
taking
seeing what
away
way
from
works.
street dealers and putting in the hands of entrepreneurs.
But
do you know
this
what I
is
mean?
it. You know what I mean? This is the main thing. because then the money stops going into gangsters. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It goes back into the economy and back into the community.
Taxation can be used for helping the cities. Do you know what I mean? It just
like you
doesn't-
see the benefits in Colorado and everywhere else that legalized it. Their fucking crime was going down, medical fucking was going up, all this stuff. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And the more countries legalize it, the more we'll find out. You know what I mean? So,
cool.
but I have to go to work soon, so I think we better leave it a day. So. Thank you so much for coming on and talking all about King Palm.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, big time, beautiful products.
Thank you very much.
Really keep up.
I hope you enjoy the ones.
Yeah, no, so
Yeah.
far what I've tried is very nice. So I'm definitely going to try one of the flavour ones to see what it's like with the popping at the end.
Give
Like,
it a little click when it's towards
just
the
smoke a
end
bit and then go, right, I'm ready, you know,
Yeah.
just do a little. I'll definitely have to try the game ones just to see what he's about, you know what I mean?
It's red velvet.
But thanks as always to the fairy.
Phew.
And if you're still
Yes.
watching, thanks to you, like and subscribe and all that stuff. Cheers, nice and bro.
Thank you very much.